If you're just learning this program for the first time and your draw stroke is a little bit iffy, you're not 100% confident in it, you're going to find that it's going to take a little bit of practice before it really starts to click. In the beginning, you're going to be peeling out, losing your angle right away. You're going to have a hard time keeping in a good arc. But with a little bit of practice and a very specific objective, each time you cross an eddy line, all of a sudden it'll start becoming much more naturally. And the first few times when it clicks, you get on that draw and you feel the boat accelerate and being in control. Ooh, it's awesome. From that moment, you're going to be hooked, and you'll want to duplicate that feeling over and over. So here's a couple drills. The first drill is something you've been seeing me do so far, and that is to peel out of an eddy, ride on the draw to the eddy line on the other side of the river, and go in the eddy on the other side of the river. In both the exit point and the entry point of both eddies, you need to set in advance and set the boat angle that you want to achieve. Anything different than what your objective was is where you made your mistake. With a little bit of practice, once you start getting the draw right, all of a sudden you'll start narrowing it down where your mistakes get smaller and smaller. So for example, I'm going to peel out at a 45-degree angle, and my goal is to ride on the draw all the way to this eddy line here. And then with one stroke, ride on the draw all the way into the eddy until I'm pointed upstream and I'm right in the middle of the eddy. Look left, I'm in the middle of the eddy. Woohoo! That was pretty cool. Let's do that one again. We're going to go the other way. This time I'm going to go hit that rock. That's my target. Reach across, forward stroke, into a draw, reach across, forward stroke, into a draw, and boom. How cool is that? 2 strokes, all the way from there to here. Hit the rock, good control. Those are some drills you can do, and you can play with your friends. You'll be like, I bet you in 2 strokes I can get over there and hit that rock. Fun stuff. Before you know it, you'll be doing stuff like doing the same thing but backwards with a reverse compound stroke like this. Reach across, pull, flip, push, glide on the draw. Reach across, pull, flip, push, glide on the draw, right to the center of the eddy. Oh, that's not this part of the program yet. Getting ahead of myself, sorry about that. Where were we? I know, another drill. All right, the one really cool element about doing the appropriate peel out or eddy out is when you get the draw in the right place, which is slightly behind your rear end and is closed face, when that current grabs that paddle and starts pulling on it, you can feel the acceleration. You're literally picking up speed without taking any strokes. That is the beauty of sailing, and who would have thought, but yes, you can sail in your kayak. Check it out. When you reach across, pull right here, look at that acceleration, woohoo! It's awesome. On the other side, as soon as your paddle hits the current, right there, it's zip. It accelerates without taking any strokes. And that feeling is something you'll want to harness. And as the water gets faster and faster and faster, you start really accelerating hard. It's awesome. First time you get that feeling, you're going to go nuts. Alright, here we go. I got another drill for you. This particular drill, the primary focus is spin momentum, the ability to conserve spin momentum. Now, do we remember where spin momentum comes from? That's right, it comes from speed. Now, not just speed relative to the rocks on the bottom of the river, but you need speed under your kayak. Your kayak has to be moving faster than the water at all times to have spin momentum. So this drill is going to be a peel out and an eddy out drill, but instead of going from one side of the river to the other, we're going to go in a circle. But here's the trick. You're only allowed to paddle on the inside of the turn. We're going to be turning, in this case, to the right, clockwise the whole time. If you turn counterclockwise at any point, you've lost your spin momentum. So let me show you when you're first learning what it looks like. You're going to be paddling on the right only, and then it's going to be like, wait a second, I'm spinning to the left. Man, I'm going to have to try that again. Figured I'd start with a what not to do first. That's the easiest thing to do. That's the mistake that's most common. It comes from lack of spin momentum control and not a particularly good draw yet. Let's try the same thing. reach across, forward stroke, into a draw. Feather forward, pull, C stroke, reach across, forward stroke, draw, C stroke, check it out, circle, constantly turning right. So am I turning right? Yeah. Reach across, draw, feather forward, C stroke, reach across, forward and draw. Now that's doing it right. I was able to continue, I was able to go in 2 full circles. I mean, we can do this all day, but 2 full circles, never losing my spin momentum. So the beauty of this exercise is it combines the eddy out and the peel out technique. It also combines the use of the draw. And if you remember, we practiced out of a draw, we practiced in flat water, you're on the draw, feather forward and pull, we practiced that already, right? Combines that, and it combines what do you do in between, the C stroke to propel your boat forward. What a great exercise. And this exercise really helps you dial in your spin momentum control. Get a little bit more advanced and you're like feeling good about it, you're doing good with that, you're like, ooh, now what do I do? Well, what about on the offside? Right on the draw, feather forward, pull, offside C stroke. Another great spin momentum, paddle dexterity exercise, but also working on speed, angle, arc, and spin momentum. Which direction am I turning? To the right, of course. What happens if I stop turning right? If I stop turning right, I'm dead in the water. Only by conserving the spin momentum can I keep that right blade in the water and go in a circle. Those 2 drills are perhaps the most important drills that you can get good at if you want to learn speed, angle, arc, and spin momentum and really start getting a good feel for the draws, the C strokes, and feathering your paddle. Great exercise. Fun, huh?